Hello, ladies, gentlemen, non-binaries, and everybody else under the rainbow of our wonderful community. How are you doing today? We are back with Saintess of the Golden Bow. Again, I will make the mistake and say with the Golden Bow at some point. It's just gonna happen. Part 2 of the demo. We're hoping to finish it tonight, and I have the lovely Dev in chat who was telling us earlier that there is a scene I'm really gonna like. Or that they think I'm really gonna like. So we're meeting the prince. So we've met our guard, and we've met the priest, basically. So now we have the third romance, who is the prince. And we're either gonna love him or we're gonna hate him. This is gonna tell me a lot. So YouTuber God. Anyway, I almost clicked start. No. Oh, I love this. I just love, I'm saying details. People are gonna be like, we just slapped that on somewhere, and I'm calling it details. Gotta get comfy. Always gotta get comfy before you start these things. Also, as with always, the voices, poof, completely gone. No idea. Thankfully, the demo has some in the cutscenes. Mine, poof, gone, vanished, thin air. We live and we learn. Move on. I follow a step behind Father. We walk through the corridors of the palace to the throne room where the Empress and the Emperor Consort are waiting for us. As I watch Father's back, I feel Celeste's resentment for him resurface. No, resentment isn't a strong enough term to describe her feelings. Celeste hates her father. I mean, we kind of knew that, but still. Not without reason, either. What he's done to her over the years is something I can only describe as pure abuse. He's belittled her constantly, both in public and in private. His favorite title for her is his no good daughter. I'm just gonna say it. Some people should not be parents. I'm just gonna fucking say it. Some people should not be parents. He's always made her feel like she's less than Eurydice, unworthy of his praise. The only time he ever pulls his attention away from Eurydice is when Celeste misbehaves. Celeste's mother died when the two girls were young. Celeste has no memory of her and no one to shield her from her father's wrath. Maybe that situation is why Celeste is always out hunting or horseback riding, taking herself far away from Father and her duties as a noble lady. And Levi, he's watched Celeste suffer at Father's hand. I have a memory of him standing up for his love, and Father having him flogged for it. After that event, Celeste forbade her knight to ever act in her defense again, in front of her father. Levi protested, but Celeste insisted, using her authority as his noble lady to make him agree. In the years that followed, they both suffered, Celeste from her father's abuse, and Levi watching his love in pain. How could I not hate Celeste's father for his disgusting behavior? A pang of loneliness shoots through my heart. My parents never abused me, but I wasn't from a picture-perfect family either. There was a lot of fighting between Mom and Dad before they finally divorced. I was 14 when they parted ways, and I had a lot of trouble accepting that the situation wasn't my fault. I tried to help them fix their broken relationship before the divorce, but they didn't believe their marriage was worth saving. Eventually, everything fell apart, regardless of my efforts. Ever since then, I've had trouble trusting anybody enough to fall in love. I had a boyfriend in high school, but he broke up with me because I was too cold and emotionless towards him. His exact words. At the time, I just didn't know how to show love, or if I should even be open about my deep feelings for him at that early stage of our relationship. Joke's on my boyfriend. I think he knew. I think he knew how much I liked him early on. I think we were in a card shop. When he came to visit me, we were in a card shop, and I was looking for this card, and I was like, because I was buying cards for my friend, And I was like, hey, if you find this card or like this character, can you point it out to me? And he did. He found a really pretty one. And I just remember turning around being like, oh my God, I love you. And then going back to the card and being like, shit, what did you just say, Reaps? So, I get it. I get it. And yet here I am and I still did it. So, you know, it's not the end of the world. You live, you learn, and now he's my boyfriend. So, who's the real winner here? Who is the real winner? Me. Nice. And yet I'm still here playing otomes. Fucking the chat. Why do you show up at the worst times? Hey babe, good morning. I hope you slept well. Anyway, back to my fake boyfriends. Excuse me. Both Celeste and Celine have their own baggage. Still, I was finding it very hard not to talk back to father whenever he was rude to me. Celeste had long since given up on their relationship and simply chose to ignore his outbursts. But letting someone belittle me wasn't my style. I realized father had stopped walking when I almost bumped into him, stopping just in time to avoid the collision. High Priest Elijah. Hello again, Saintess. Count Dakaris. Elijah nods at us with a soft smile, ignoring Levi's presence, of course. Knights in the Lokari Empire are just guards to their nobles. Elijah doesn't think much about Levi in this reality. Levi's not the saint, after all. That's right, it is a BL and he was a love interest, but because I'm the Saintess, that's out the window now. I decided to join you during the audience. We're happy to have you. Are you ready to enter? I'm not, but then again, I'm not sure if I ever will be. Father nods in response to Elijah's words before I can protest. Let's enter. There's always something I really like about male figures that have like pink or purple eyes. I'm currently reading a Korean manhwa webcomic that like the father also has like these pink purple eyes, and it's like, I love it. I don't know why. The guards in front of the throne room and... Excuse me, let's try that again. The guards in front of the throne room entrance open the door, and Father and Elijah enter the hall. I turn to Levi. Now, more than ever, I need the support of someone who I know cares for me. Even if Levi won't be allowed to say anything during the audience, I want him present at my side. Come with me. You'll only be able to stay by the door, but I want you to be there for this conversation. All right. I enter the throne room as well now, Levi following behind me. The Empress is sitting on her throne, and the Emperor Consort is lounging in the smaller chair next to her. I like the juxtapositions of the chairs. Nice. Empress Morel is as radiant in person as she is in Celeste's memories. Wearing a golden gown, she is the son of the Lokari Empire. Her husband, Emperor Consort Lucius, comes from our allied country, Durandal. He's called the Moon of the Lokari Empire. The color scheme fits him for that. When the Empress sees us approach, she gives us a bright smile. At last, the prophesied Saintess stands before me in the flesh. So, is she grayed out because the design for her isn't finished yet? Is that... Also, the Emperor, kinda daddy. Not gonna lie. Smash. Sorry. I smile and make my best attempt at curtsy, following Celeste's memory. The wince on my father's face tells me I failed to move properly. For some reason, I find his expression funny. I cover my mouth so that nobody sees the smirk on my face. We didn't make it in time for Otome Jam. Georgian Empress will be updated this month. Okay. Okay, we have something to look forward to. If I embarrass father in front of the Empress, I can't say it wouldn't be enjoyable. Father and Elijah make smooth bows. Thank you for the chance to have an audience with you, Your Grace. Grace to be in your presence again, O radiant lady. Of course. How could I not gaze upon the chosen heroine with my own eyes? The Empire has been awaiting her for over 20 years. Though I'm surprised your daughter is the one who turned out to be the Saintess, Count Alaric. A nervous chuckle escapes Father's lips. She's always been good with the bow. So I've heard. Your daughter doesn't act much like a noble lady, does she? She does have a reputation for enjoying quite boyish activities. Father's face turns beet red. He's embarrassed because of me. Look, you can be embarrassed all you want, okay? But no offense, had it been my sister, and we love our sister, there's no animosity there. She doesn't even know how to shoot a bow, okay? So if it was, I know it's gonna be Levi, but I'm just saying, if it was gonna be either of your kids, you should be glad it was me. Because at least I know how to use it. Come on, man, get with the program. I literally don't know how you can be embarrassed of me now. I am literally the chosen one. Usually that makes the parents that hate their kids do a full 180. So I'm a little happy it doesn't make you do that. But at the same time, you're still embarrassed of me? Kind of rude. Rude. No, not kind of. Very rude, Dad. I realize I shouldn't let myself be too happy about the situation, though. There's too much at stake. I can't ignore the fact that as a Saintess, I have an important role to uphold in the Lokari Empire. As Eurydice explained to me, I'm the 4th most important person in the hierarchy now. You're literally the 4th most important person in this room. Literally in the room. No pressure. It seems the Empress finds me lacking as well, and having her, out of all people, displeased with me is not good. I remember Noah's plotline from the novel. The Empress sends him on the quest with Levi to defeat the Demon Queen, even though Noah is the heir to the throne. Or so he should be, being Empress Morel's firstborn. However, the monarch is a very controlling person. She doesn't want to give up the power of her throne to anybody, so she hopes to continue ruling through her child once she abdicates. Due to the law of the Lokari Empire, a person can only rule for 40 years before they have to pass on the role to another. That's a good rule. For an empire, a kingdom, that's a really good rule, actually. The Empress is aging, but based on what I know from the novel, her hunger for power over the years has only grown. She wants to keep her influence over the politics of the Empire. However, Noah, her heir, isn't someone who can be easily controlled. The Empress has a secret second son, however, 10-year-old Matteo, whom she's raising to be completely obedient and reliant on her own opinions. I don't know how the like, it's one thing for an emperor to have secret kids, right? But like, if you're carrying the kid, I'm wondering how she kept that secret. Like, I just want to know the logistics. She only sends Noah on the mission because she hopes he will die so she can establish Matteo as her new heir. She can't pronounce someone else the crown prince until Noah is gone. Someone as ruthless as the Empress is definitely not a good enemy to have. It's known that Count Decaris has 2 daughters. The one who's a perfect image of a noble lady and the one who's a tomboy. I suppose the girl that stands before us, although dressed in finery, is not much of a proper noble. Silence follows in the room. Everyone looks at me expecting me to answer. Under the sudden attention, my mouth is dry and I can't find my words. They don't know much about Celeste, but rumors precede her. They've already judged her. Me. Why did I think I would suddenly gain respect by becoming the Saintess when Celeste's questionable reputation has been spreading for years? In a sense, it's good that everyone expects Celeste to be quite lousy at etiquette. After all, I have no idea how to curtsy or properly use the utensils or dance like a graceful noble lady. Since Celeste's skills didn't directly transfer to me, if she really had been a perfect lady, I would have suddenly looked like an imposter. Still, I don't want the Empress to think I'm worthless as a Saintess, too. If she deems me inadequate like Father does, will she get rid of me so the Golden Bow can choose another saint? Can it work like that? I don't think she has a very forgiving personality, judging by how much she hates her own son. So I could definitely get along with the prince just because she doesn't like... I do like stories where the mom and dad, the emperor, empresses don't like the son if it's the love interest. I do like those. We would hate if he changed his opinion suddenly as well. I wouldn't trust him. No, exactly. I wouldn't trust him. But, like, I just feel like you're still embarrassed of me? Dude, I'm the chosen one. You don't have to like me. Hell, you don't even need to love me, because we all know you don't, Dad. But, like, embarrassed? I'm like... Ascuso, sir. Just when I gather my words to speak, the door to the throne room bursts open. Don't fuck this up for yourself. You and I have the potential to be something great. Do not mess this up for us, okay? I'm putting all this pressure on a game person. Those are pixels. But better than you than me, buddy, so. Do not ruin this. A well-posed, tall, blonde man enters the room in a dramatic fashion, his cloak waving behind him in the sudden draft of air. He's Noah, Levi's love interest in the book. Look, I do love a good cloak moment. Not a cape, a cloak. I love a good cloak moment. He's one of the most handsome guys I've ever seen, next to Levi and Elijah. His skin is darker than most Lakari Empire nobles. The current Emperor Consort is not Noah's father, but the previous consort was also from our allied country Durandal, which happens to be in the south. The Durandi are known for having darker complexions. Noah's looks are a mixture of aspects from both of his parents. When he spots me, a smirk appears on his face. His red eyes shine with mischief. Oh, come on, you and me? Come on, man. Noah. We could be great.
Knock, knock. Did I miss anything?
I'm in! The voice actor got me! I'm in! Lock it in! I'm in! Let's go!
Fashionably late as always, my son.
Isn't that... Wait, Chotomate. Yeah. Wait, I need to pull up. Pulling up the voice actors. Okay, so Noah's voice actor is Josh Portillo. And Empress Morel is Jet Barker. I knew it. Yes. I love Jet. I love everything they're in. Yes. Okay, good. Excellent. I'm in. If I wasn't in before, we're in now.
If I missed nothing, there was nothing to miss.
That's my husband right there! That's my husband! That's it, I'm done. I get why he's the love interest for Levi too. That's my husband.
This is the Saintess, right? Count Decoris' tomboy daughter.
I hold back a groan. Even Noah knows about Celeste's reputation?
Yes, that's me.
You're good at archery, are you not? Better than you are at etiquette, at the very least.
Yes, I'm quite good with a bow.
Probably not as good as Celeste was, though, I presume, judging by her renowned reputation. At least I'm still good enough to shoot arrows with decent accuracy. I just need to practice a bit more and remember everything I learned in middle school.
Quite. Then you'll be perfect for the role of the Saintess.
He's got the dramatic flair. You know what? Simply because he's the love interest of a BL and then you can romance in here. Can Can we make Noah like canonically bi or pan? He's got too much of a to be straight. We can't not do. He's pan. Yes. Yes. Good. Excellent. He's yes. Yes. Okay. We got more. Noah's pan. Levi's bi. I love the bi representation. And Elijah is complicated. Oh. God, now you're gonna make me do Elijah's route just so I can see how complicated it is. Be safe, babe. Ah, yes. Good. Excellent. So, here's the thing with otomes, right? Otomes are characteristically girl main character, boy love interest. And that is like the definition of otome. But here's the thing is that devs are finding really cool and interesting ways of keeping that real. This is an otome because you are playing as a femme character and you have 3 masculine romance options, male romance options, right? But we are still fitting in this representation by this thing of, hey, I've been isekai'd into a BL story. Like, and so when people are like, oh, it's so hard under, you know, these rules to put in, like, representation, things like that, it's not. If you just think outside the box just the tiniest bit more, it is completely doable. Now, I'm not attacking anybody who's like, I just want to make a woman main character and 3 straight dude paths. Like, I'm not knocking anyone for that. That is otome. If that is the story you want to tell, that is your story to tell. I am not knocking that. But the people who go out of their way to say like, well, we can't put in representation. It's like, no, maybe you can't, but as a community, it is possible because games are doing it. This is a great representation of that. So, transparent games, good on you. That is like a major plus point for me. Who cares about rules? Exactly. I love it. I think to do those things makes it shows me that you're very creative on the writing, on the premise. Like, it shows me that you thought outside of the box and we're just creative. I think it shows a level of creativity, personally. Yes. I'm gonna be upset because I know he's gonna, like, he's not gonna hear his voice. I know this little scene is gonna go soon. I want more of his voice.
How can you say that? If a lacking individual takes up such a high role in the hierarchy of the Empire...
All the Saintess needs to do is shoot the golden bow and hit the Demon Queen straight in the heart. Then the war will finally be over.
He's not wrong!
Is that not what you want, Mother?
Psst. Hey, between you and me, I think she wants you dead, honestly. But, you know, that's just... I'll tell you more about that on the road.
I want peace more than anything else.
Power. I'm sorry, what? Is there any water in here? My bad. That's a lie. With the army off fighting at the war front, the Empress feels more secure in her rule here in the capital. Do you question God's will, Empress? It is the Lord who has chosen Lady Celeste to be the Saintess of the Golden Bow. While Celeste may be lacking in some other areas, she asserts she's great at archery, and her reputation confirms her words. Right, Mother. So you shouldn't worry. Lady Decaris will be an excellent Saintess. I wish I could share the faith these two have in me. Still, I have to maintain a confident front, so I put on my brightest smile. Please don't worry about anything, Your Grace. I'll defeat the Demon Queen and bring peace to the Empire. Empress Marill gives me a long look. After a moment, the confident smirk that Noah inherited from her is back on her face. Excellent. Then there's nothing stopping us from proceeding with the mission to defeat the Demon Queen, is there? Noah, you'll be the one leading the Saintess's quest. Noah's eyes widen. He opens his mouth and closes it. But You will lead the Saintess' quest, and you'll take the 20 best men from the Palace Guard, the Mage's Tower, and the church to accompany you. And you will leave in a month. In a month? So soon! Shock makes my heart beat erratic. With my current archery skills, I'm nowhere near ready to defeat a powerful enemy so soon. Is there a problem? You said you're great at using the bow, and that's all you need to be a successful Saintess, right? The Empress has really turned the tables on me. I can't deny her words, and neither can Noah. After all, we're the ones who just made those claims to her. I simply thought we'd have more time to prepare. There's no more time. Not with the Demon Queen's army closing in more and more on the capital in recent years. I think the Saintess and you are ready enough. But, do you question the Empress's judgment? The Emperor and Noah glare at each other. Noah doesn't respond. He finally just turns around and walks toward the door. Noah, you will prepare for the quest and depart in a month. As you wish, Your Grace. If it's not too much to ask, I want to accompany the Saintess and the Prince on their quest. Elijah's request surprises me for a moment, until I remember that he wanted to join the mission when Levi was the Saint as well. Are you sure, High Priest? You'll be leaving your office behind for 2 months. Yes, I'm sure. I'll take Gareth with me as well. Meredith can manage running the office on her own. I'll appoint some people to help her with the paperwork. The Saintess' quest will be a historic moment in the life of the Lokari Empire. I wouldn't want to miss witnessing the Saintess defeat the Demon Queen. He has strange tastes, but with Elijah's light magic, our success will be easier. I don't protest. We'll need all the help we can get. All right, you may go as well. Thank you, Your Grace. I will organize a ball to celebrate the finding of the Saintess tomorrow evening. Be sure to attend. All of you. We all reply we'll be there, and after some final departing words, we're dismissed. After the audience, I ask everyone to give me some time alone. I'm too overwhelmed by the recent events. I need some time to think. I take a sheet of paper and a quill, and I begin to scribble down my thoughts. I survived my death event, the demon attack in the woods near the Decaris mansion. That's why Levi is likely to continue to love Celeste and not become interested in anybody else. Except I'm not really the Celeste he loves. I have her memories and a portion of her skills, but I'm basically Celine in Celeste's body. I'm not just Celeste recollecting a past life. Instead, I, Celine, have taken over Celeste's body at a pivotal moment of her current life. Does that mean Celeste is dead? I guess the answer to that question doesn't really matter, though the thought of her passing is sad. I am now the Saintess of the Golden Bow. A hero of the whole Lokari Empire has been waiting for years. Yet, Levi was supposed to take on that role. Levi has been training to protect Celeste all his life. He's way more skilled at archery than I am. I have a month to train myself to use a bow properly. Not just any bow, though. The Golden Bow, which seems more ornamental than practical. Wielding that weapon will be a pain in the ass. What were the 2 components needed to defeat the Demon Queen again? The first one is firing an arrow imbued with the Golden Bow's light magic at the Demon Queen's heart and actually hitting the target. So I'll need to practice both archery and accessing the bow's magic. As someone who comes from Earth, I have no idea how to wield magic. The very concept of magical power coursing through my body is foreign to me. I suppose training with the bow will just take time, though I have little to spare. As for wielding its magic, that's something Elijah will know more about, given that he's a light magic user. I scribble down that I need to talk to Elijah about the Golden Bow and its magic. Know thy enemy, they say. And right now, my enemy until I master it is that bow. There's also a second component to defeating the Demon Queen, one that follows a story trope more than practical logic. Noah and Levi's love makes the magic of the golden bow stronger. How is that possible? I have no idea. Would Noah and Levi being in love now still solve this problem? Regardless, the two of them falling in love is not going to happen now. Levi is still hung up on Celeste. He won't give Noah a second look. And we don't want him to. We don't want him to. I have staked my claim. I have seen the character I want, and I said that is my future husband. So, Levi, no offense, we can be great friends. You and I, archery buddies, you know. I'm cool with that. You stay away from my man, though. You had your chance. And then I isekai'd, and then you lost your chance. This is my turn. This is my turn to get a romance. Oh wait, though, didn't it say in the first part that Levi dies at the end of the book, so they don't even get their happy ending? Oof. Okay, tough luck, buddy, but I'm different. I'm just built different. That's what I'm really hoping. That's what I'm really hoping for the end of this game. Meanwhile, the real Celeste is technically dead. She never returned Levi's feelings anyway, and as for myself, I can't imagine falling in love with someone in a month. To be fair, we have 2 months. 1 month of planning and 1 month of traveling, so 2 months. Maybe that's my loophole. Love is such a difficult topic for me. I don't trust or fall in love easily. I'm so screwed. I'm scared. The situation isn't just a story in a book anymore. It's my reality. Levi, Elijah, Noah, Eurydice, Father, the Empress. They're all real people. They aren't acting according to script either. The plot of the book has changed. It's a real world now with unpredictable consequences. And I'm at the center of this new story. Levi dies at the end of the book despite defeating the Demon Queen, despite Noah's love for him. Will I die again too? Or will that aspect of the story change as well? No, I can't give up. I must change reality and my fate. It's not like me to mope around and feel defeated. I'm the master of my own destiny. If I have to fall in love with someone, who should it be? Levi, who blindly adores his lady? Noah, who has been burdened with leading the mission to defeat the Demon Queen? Elijah, who's a priest who can't marry someone unless they're part of the church? Or should I pick someone else entirely? I at least have to admit that all 3 of them are handsome men. I just hope my own baggage isn't going to drag me down too much. Will I turn cold and detached if I enter into a relationship with any of them, just like I did towards my ex-boyfriend? Would someone like me even make a guy fall in love with her within a month? My heart is beating so quickly now that I realize what's really at stake and what I have to do. I'm terrified. I lie down in bed and hide my face against a pillow. Tears stream down my cheeks, soaking the material. For the first time since reincarnating, I give in to all the emotions that have built up inside of me. I'm just one young girl. How can I carry so many heavy burdens? Eventually, I cry myself to sleep. I toss and turn all night, though, unable to get any real rest until nearly dawn. I will say, as someone who is, okay, I know it's probably like from a funny standpoint or like a stress standpoint that her heart is beating really, really fast, like thinking about the romance things and like that being a part of the power. So if she doesn't do it, literally she cannot do what she needs to do. But as someone who has been in relationships, and relationships that I felt totally comfortable with, that I felt totally comfortable in, I had good partners, they really respected me. I have had like panic attacks with partners thinking about our relationships before. So now when I see like my heart is racing, I immediately am like, girl, I get it. Like, I know the context is different, but for me, I'm like, no, I understand the beating of the heart. You can't. Do you need some water? You could be having a panic attack. Speaking of water, hydrate. The next evening, Linda gets me all dolled up for the grand ball. Yes, the Empress is throwing in my name. At the ball, I find myself sitting at the table staring at silverware I have no idea how to use properly. Celeste's memories aren't helping me much. The servant puts a salad in front of me and I pick up one of the forks. There's an offended gasp from my left. I look at the noble lady sitting next to me. She's almost purple in the face, like her hair, staring down at the fork I'm holding. Wrong piece of cutlery, then. I put it down and take another in my hand. I steal a sideways glance at the noble lady. She doesn't seem to be offended anymore. Rule number 1 if you're ever isekai'd into a fantasy and you have to go to a ball or a fancy feast, don't be the first one to pick up your cutlery. Watch everyone else, okay? You just sit there very nicely, cause then you know everyone's like, oh, they're watching their figure. No, you're watching the room so you don't make a mistake. Isekai rule number 1: you can absolutely not fuck up a ball if you just look at others. This one must be the right fork then. When everyone starts eating, I dig into the salad too. But it tastes like paper to me. I'm nervous. My hands are clammy. So, you become the Saintess, Lady Decaris. The man to my right, Duke George, if Celeste's memory serves me correctly, strikes up a conversation with me. He's a young duke and a powerful player on the battlefield of Lokari Empire's politics. I'll have to do my best not to say or do anything strange. Yes, despite my surprise, the Golden Bow has chosen me. Now that you carry such an important role, do you plan to improve your knowledge of etiquette? He points at my salad. Oh, come on. What am I doing wrong this time? The Duke smiles, but his expression isn't unkind. Huh. You have no idea what you're doing wrong, do you? I don't. Okay! George? Ally? Buddy? Pal? May I? He extends his hand to me, and when I don't protest, he touches my hand gently to modify the way I'm holding the fork. Oh, come on, George. You're spoiling the fun. The lady to my left has a cruel smile on her face. Shoot, I really was eating the salad wrong after all. My cheeks heat up from embarrassment, and suddenly I find it hard to breathe. For every kind person like Duke George, there's a cruel one like that lady here. A vulture, just waiting for me to make a mistake. Now that I'm the Saintess, I will be watched even more closely than Celeste was as a mere count's daughter. They're all going to be laughing for weeks about the way I ate the stupid salad. I just know it. Celeste's memory tells me that this incident won't be the first time she's ruined her reputation with a stupid mistake either. Excuse me. I can't be here anymore. I have to get some fresh air or else I'll hyperventilate. Are you okay? Duke George calls after me, but I walk quickly to the terrace. Ooh, pretty. Gives me, it reminds me of that one scene in, why do I remember the character names, but I don't remember the otome name. It's the one where we were cross-dressed as a guy. And I was going to romance the blue character, and then I fell for the butler, and then the butler had a bad ending. What was it? But his bad ending took place out in a garden, and this low-key reminds me of it. I think that was the first time, like, I got a bad ending that actually made me cry. Also, the fact that I played that many otomes that I'm like, oh, this scene in this otome reminds me of this scene in that otome. Not Belle Automata. No, not Belle Automata. That's a very different garden. No, no, no. Fuck, what was it? Hey, do you guys know that I actually have an otome log? Before people think I'm saying that it's copied, I'm not saying that. It just reminds me of it. Not Ballads at Midnight. It's not Impolite Society either, but it has that same one. Dang it, what is it? It's not in here. What do you mean it's not in here? What do you mean you're not in my log? Wait, no, it's in my finished ones. Once Upon an Earl. That is it. Once Upon an Earl. That is the one. Once Upon an Earl. God, I've done so many otome games. Transparent! Yes! No! Yes! The teams are just all together. If I've played one game, I've definitely played, like, everyone's game. Ah, yes! You wrote the... I think you came into chat for that one time. I think you actually came into chat when I was playing that, and you told me that. But I remember... It is in my backlog one, by the way. I did have it right. I just have 2 sheets down here that I didn't see. It was, Everly's route. I understood the Phantom Menace, and I got him, and then I don't know why, I was like, I want to romance Everly, and Everly's route, they will go out to the garden, and the bad route for him is that he just vanishes. We still don't know what the fuck he is, though. But if they were like, if they came out and they were like, Everly was a demon, I'd be like, hot, in, nice. I remember I was there for Knight's Dilemma, which I only did one stream for. It's on the list that we need to, it's on the backlog. Yes, that is why I want to play it. Oh, God, I love Jet. What's up, Andrea? I hope you're having a good day. Thanks, Zio. Thanks, sweetie. I'm glad to know. I love the indie otome community. God, it's great. Which, you know what? It makes it great, too, because when I say things like, oh, this scene reminds me of this otome scene, nobody is out there, like, sorry, the devs and stuff aren't out there like, oh, I can't believe you compared my otome to another otome. Usually people are like, oh, I worked with the writer on that otome in this other project. And it's like, the web of otome people is just so integrated that there is like no how dare you talk about another otome while you're playing mine. It is literally, oh, I worked on that, or oh, the person who's in this worked on that with me. Like, I love it. I love it. Ugh. Okay. Oh no, I did a thing. I'm not sure how to go back, but we went out to the balcony to get some fresh air. I'm sorry. We went out to the garden to get some fresh air. I'm so sorry. Roaring Affair is on the list. It is like at the top of the list, actually. It's just not remember, I just I do a random number generator and we go to that one on my list. And unfortunately, I think Roaring Affair is like number 1. Although this time we had like number 2 for the other game. But anyway, no, don't worry. We're going to get to it as the backlog list continues and continues. And oh my God, I'm going to have to do Otome Tuesdays every week. It's going to be Otome Tuesday and Frisky Flirty Fridays. It's going to have to be. That's the only fucking way I'm going to get through all my Otomes. Because Otome Jam is almost finished for this year too. And Roaring Affair was 2022 Otome Jam. It's 2024. I have so many games. What's up, Arctic? Hello. Welcome, welcome. Okay, who's going to join us out in the garden? Please, please, please. I stop only when I reach a small lake. Here I put my arms around my frame, trying to control my breathing. Breathe, Celine. In and out. In and out. Don't cry, don't cry. You'll ruin the makeup Linda spent hours putting on you to make you look like a real noble lady. Didn't think I would run into you here. Why was that a sword? Shh. I turn around when I hear the voice. Remember, we're pretending this is my credit card? Yes! It's Noah. He's drawn his sword and his usual mocking demeanor is not present. He's completely serious when... Hot! Yes! Yes! I don't know if we're enemies to lovers. I don't know if we're enemies. But yes! This is what I want! Yes! Babe, take notes. What? Honestly, what? He suddenly puts his sword against my throat. My heart beats so loudly that it feels like it could jump out of my chest this time from fear. Does Noah want to kill me?
I wish I could just kill you and be done with it.
Dozel. 1, hot. 2, I'm a millennial. I'm ready to go at any point. Oh, love you, babe. we've just started this thing if everyone's gonna put a knife up to their crush's throat. Yeah, take notes. Take notes, everybody. He does? But why? Suddenly I remember the scene. I fangirled over it when I was reading the novel. As would I. This is the scene where Noah puts his sword to Levi's throat. It's overly dramatic, and most of the readers of the novel read it as a romantic interaction. We've talked about the event for hours on the web novels forums. But now I think this setup is just ridiculous. I could take a step back at any time from the coldness of steel and my neck would be safe. But why would you do that and release the tension that's here? Come on. You're a fangirl. You know better than this. I give Noah a long stare. He's looking at me seriously as if he's really pondering if he should harm me. I don't believe he actually will. I will entertain his antics for a while longer just to see what he has to say to me. I want to know how much the scene changes with me here instead of Levi.
Why do you want me dead?
Because you're the reason I have to go on the mission to kill the Demon Queen. And so soon.
Oh, God.
If anybody less capable than you had been chosen as the Saintess, Mother wouldn't have told us to leave within a mere month.
I'm glad he thinks so highly of my archery skills, especially considering how little the nobles think of my etiquette skills. But he's wrong.
I may not be as great at archery as you think.
That fact would change nothing at this point. Mother is now convinced you can defeat the Fiend. This is a suicide mission. None of us will come back from the quest.
Great delivery on that, damn. Even though I remember this line from the book, my eyes widen.
How do you know we won't return?
His words almost feel oddly like foreshadowing for what happens in the book. Noah seems to seriously believe what he's saying.
20 people going deep into demon-ravaged lands to enter the Demon Queen's castle and kill her. What could possibly go wrong?
I'm gonna have so many notes about this line delivery, and before people are like, oh, it's because it's your, your romance, No, I'm now looking at this from like an acting perspective. This is great. He's really convinced we're going to die on this quest. I can see the desperation in his eyes.
Can't you convince your mother to postpone the date we leave? Or to increase the amount of people we can bring with us?
I've already tried. She doesn't want to listen. It's almost if she wants to set us up for failure.
Oh, Noah, you're closer to the truth than you think. I can't tell him anything about his mother's plan to get rid of him. He would just grow suspicious if I, someone he barely knows, spouted such important information about his life. I should only tell him what's really going on with the Empress when, or if, we become friends during the quest.
Look, I'm afraid of the mission too. But I don't want to give up. I won't just roll over and die. I'll keep fighting until the very end. No matter how the mission ends, I want to be sure I've done everything I can to fulfill my role properly.
Noah's eyes widen.
You're right. I can't just give up.
I must also see the mission through until the end. Oh! Okay. I almost thought of telling you to kill me. I'm sure you'll do great on the quest. What kind of person are you? Are you going to enjoy my murderous humor, or are you someone who needs, you know, a little, like, you're doing great, babe. Like, what, I mean, a part of me doesn't want to say this simply to lean into that enemies to lovers things, because then it's like, I'm sure you'll do great on the quest. No. I almost thought of telling you to kill me, because I don't want to do this shit either. I feel like that's more in line. Save and try both? How the fuck do we... Oh, we could save. I mean, there's different responses. Also, for anybody who's playing, I clicked escape on my keyboard. I know people might be really annoyed at that and be like, of course, everyone knows that's the button you press. I just went for it because it could be a plethora of buttons. It's usually escape, but not always. But yeah, escape's a great thing if the UI's not down here. And I'll be honest, I'm 50-50 on this, because I do like when it's just a decision on the screen. But if people don't know that you can save within these moments, it can be a little daunting for people. So, if you are in a situation like this and there is no save UI, try escape, because usually it will send you to the save load screen. Be careful though, because you can also load a game and you can save your stuff here. And then they usually always have a return button, so just a heads up for any new otome players out there. Oh, you can also right click. You can! Right click also works in this. Sweet! There you go. So for this one in particular, escape or right click. If you're playing any other otome and there's no UI or there's no things down here, go ahead and give escape a try. Yeah, it's just basic Ren'Py. I think a lot of people forget that some otome players are very new to the space, right? And like they don't inherently know what buttons to press. Hello. I've played enough. Let me help you. At this point, I click escape just to save things like in Word documents, and I'm like, that's not how you do it. Yeah, just mash buttons and pray. I'm gonna go with the first one. I almost thought of telling you to kill me. Does this mean you don't want to kill me anymore? I almost thought of telling you to do it, just to see if you really would. I laugh to lighten the mood, but my voice comes out breathless. I'm still afraid of my future, but at least Noah has distracted me from what happened in the throne room. I wasn't really serious about killing you in the first place. Are you sure? You looked plenty serious to me. Despite everything, I don't want you to die. And I want to live too. I'm glad. Don't die, Your Grace. Just Noah is fine. We're teammates now, I suppose. I like the sound of that. Noah smiles back. He seems much more relaxed now. Yeah. I think that was the right choice for me. I'll continue trying to get Mother to delay the deadline for us to leave. I would appreciate more time to train. Right. Time to go back to the ball, then. Without sparing me another glance, Noah walks past me towards the terrace. I watch him until he disappears between the carefully trimmed bushes of the palace garden. I look out at the water of the lake and take a few deep breaths. I really hadn't expected the Levi scene with Noah to play out for me. I also didn't respond like Levi did. Our encounter didn't turn romantic at all. Yet my heart is beating quickly regardless, because I'm still scared about so many things. The stress is catching up to me. I fall to my knees on the soft grass. I can't hold back my tears any longer. In the end, I'm just a girl caught up in so many responsibilities. I'm tired, I'm terrified. I want it all to stop. No matter how much I cry, though, this new reality won't magically change for me. I'm still Celeste, and I'm still the Saintess. The sooner I accept my fate and put my energy into the few things I can still change, the better. With renewed purpose, I get up and start walking back to my room. Screw the ball. I'm not going back there only to be ridiculed further. I don't want the whole Imperial Court to continue watching how terrible I am at being a noble lady. If I had more time before the quest, I would take lessons to get better at etiquette. However, the way the situation has unfolded, I'll have to focus only on improving my archery and horseback riding skills. Besides, the future of the Empire doesn't depend on me knowing which fork to use for a salad, but it certainly does hang on me using the golden bow properly. I'm walking down the corridor towards the apartment where my family is staying when I hear someone running behind me. Celeste! Levi calls me by my first name, like he always does when it's just him and Celeste. It's something the two of them agreed to do when they were younger. Levi stops before me and looks me up and down. Where have you been? I didn't notice when you left the throne room. You're not supposed to go anywhere without me. Father's orders, I know, I just forgot. I realized I haven't been thinking about how Levi would feel if I suddenly disappeared. Yet again. I'm not concerned about failing to follow his orders. I'm genuinely worried about you. He blushes and looks away. My heartbeat quickens. Why, though? Celeste has no romantic feelings towards Levi. But do I? I must admit he's very handsome and kind, and he's my favorite character from the book. Am I that much of a simp? I'm not gonna answer that question for myself. I let out a long sigh. Levi looks back at me with a worried expression, then he looks me up and down again. You're all right, are you not? He focuses on my face and frowns. You've been crying. He must notice my smudged makeup. I'm gonna go, you know what? I'm gonna go with my honest answers this round. And we'll see if I feel like changing them later. I was, but I feel better now. No, I haven't. I'm fine. I feel like this is the one he wants me to say, but I don't want to romance you. I'm gonna go with no, I haven't. I feel bad. I feel bad being like, no, I'm fine. Even though I don't want to romance him. But no, I haven't. I'm good. I'm fine. You see this? No, no tears. I don't cry. No, I haven't. I'm fine. I can see the smudges of makeup and the redness around your eyes. If there's something burdening you, you know you can tell me, right? I think about it for a moment. Even though I'm the one who became the Saintess, Levi's fate somehow hasn't changed much. He's still being dragged on this dangerous quest to defeat the Demon Queen. He's not going along as the Saint this time, just as Celeste's protector. Yet the end result is the same, and he might die in my defense. The lady he served kind of died in that demon attack a few days ago. I'm not the Celeste he swore to protect. I just noticed the stars? Yes, gorgeous. Amen. Sure, I can, yeah, I can reload the last one when I'm done. Okay. Oh no, now I'm scared. Now I'm scared, transparent. Yet, I can't tell him the truth. I'm just overwhelmed by everything that's happening. I'll be fine if I have some time to process this turn of events. All right. If you wish to speak with someone, I'll be happy to lend an ear. Thank you, Levi. I'm really grateful to have you by my side. Levi gives me a soft smile. No matter what, I will always protect you, Celeste. I'm afraid of what might happen to him if he does. I turn around, walking towards my room. Let's go rest. We've got a long day ahead of us tomorrow. Time to start training for the quest. Yes. Thank you for playing the Saintess of the Golden Bow demo. Follow us on X and Patreon for updates on the game's development. Ah! Okay, so I low-key, from what we were talking about earlier on, and the whole thing with, like, Elijah's bit being complicated and not what we see at first glance, it kind of does make people be like, I mean, yeah, Elijah's a choice, but, I mean, you had, like, really nice detailed moments with these two. It's kind of like, ooh, ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. Give us the full game right now! No, we're not that mean to the devs. The devs give us good things in good time, okay? But I will say, Transparent was just saying earlier that they're almost, or not almost, but the extended demo is going to have the entire common route. So the extended demo, which is still a demo, you could play through the entire common route of the game, if I was hearing that right. So I did have a forehead thing with Elijah, but we had a throne room thing with Noah, and we've had multiple scenes with Levi. Holds a knife to the dev's throat. Do you love us enough to give the full game to us? No, don't put. Oh, wait, is that? I was gonna say no. They might be into that. We were just talking about the knives to the throat thing. Wait, Transparent is. Wait a minute, Transparent's the writer. They might be into this. It's 2 CGs per LI for this demo. I love it. Oh, I love that. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, though. Noah's was the best. Oh, I'm so excited that was nice. Okay. Let's load. Did you want me to load? Do you want me to do both? I'll do both. Let's go. Now, Transparent's like, he, takes out their own knife. Now reload. Reload it, bitch. And what if so is art? Look, my boyfriend just said put a butter knife in the freezer. She knows what to do. He knows I'm not fucking around. I see something in an otome. I'm like, babe, do it. It's like, yes, got it. He's a good one, so I'm keeping him. You're not that mean. No. You're not that mean. I'm sorry. That's just me to me, honestly. Okay, let's do this way. Okay, so we did, I almost thought of telling you to kill me. Is this going to be a thing where he actually gets mad at us? Because we'll be like, I'm sure you'll do great on the quest. And he's like, why does everyone think I'm going to be great? Is it going to be like that kind of thing? I'm only mean to my characters. A writer after my own heart. What? There's no such thing as good characterization if, you know, a little trauma isn't involved, okay? Like, come on. Come on. Get on the right page here. Okay, so this is after he had the sword to our throat and he pulled it away. Let's go with, I'm sure you'll do great on the quest. I'm sure you'll do great on the quest. I hear you're a great fighter. Rumor has it, you're difficult to talk to and don't have very good social skills. All I see here is a composed young woman who can compliment others. You're a mystery, Saintess. Uh-oh. I must be careful about what I say to others. I don't want to break my character as Celeste too much. One thing's for sure. I don't want you to die, Your Grace. Just Noah is fine. We're teammates now, I suppose. I like the sound of that. Okay, so it goes into that. I don't know which one I prefer more. I'm also trying to remember what he said the first time around. I feel like the first one around was just a little bit longer, but maybe that's just me. They're both good. Just kind of thinking, like, which one would be, like, the romance option, right? Okay, let's go through this. Time. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, Levi, talking to Levi. We're not crying. No, we didn't. We would never do that. But, I mean, I was, but I feel better now. Yes, tell me simply because I need to know if this is going to be a enemies to lovers where I have to be nice to him or an enemies to lovers where I get to poke and prod him and annoy him. Which one is the romance route for that one? Speaking of, I wanted to ask chat and YouTube by extension, do you guys like it when game devs put like the roots on their pages? So a lot of the games I get are on Itch.io, whatever you call it, .com or Itch.io. And like that's where a lot of the indie otomes are. Do you guys like it when they put like, hey, click here for like, you know, the roots or like spoilers ahead and it tells you like the root stuff? I know Teachers had it. I did it with Hummingbird. I don't know if I've done it with other ones so far, but I've done it with those. So what do you guys think? Do you like those or no? Ah, you kidding me? The first option, antagonizing Noah, is what he likes. Isn't that what I did the first time? Yes, it is what I did the first time. I already know my husband. Look. I have not been doing very well with otomes, okay? But I feel like it's because I haven't had any enemies to lovers. Because I want people to know when I did the Lawrence route with Teachers with Love and Passion, I got that one by myself without looking. Because it was the enemies to lovers. I'm good at that shit. Noah's mine. Noah is mine. And people can pry that from my cold, dead hands, okay? Okay, but I feel better now. I was crying, but I feel better now. What made you cry? When I see the sincere worry on Levi's face, I want to tell him the truth. I'm just overwhelmed by suddenly becoming the Saintess, by having to carry the burden of saving the whole Empire. I look down, tears welling up in my eyes again. Celeste. I look back up to see Levi staring at me with love and adoration. It hurts being on the receiving end of such feelings, knowing that they aren't really for me. No matter what happens, know that I'll always stay by your side. I'm sorry to drag you into this quest with me. He would have been caught up in this mess anyway if he were the saint, but now he's coming along anyway as the last knight. What if Levi dies protecting me? My heart feels heavy. I must do my best to get as strong as possible. Don't say that. I swore to always protect you, did I not?
That's hot, that's sexy, fucking do it!
I will top me with the gifted sub to Andrea so they can bypass all the future ads. Back when I became your knight, remember? I recall Celeste's memory of that time. They were both 14 back then, and Levi took a knee in front of her and swore he would protect her until death did them part. He made his vow with such sincerity and fervor. Yet I'm not the one whom he swore to always stay beside. That person was Celeste, so he should be free of the oath since Celeste is kind of dead. I can't tell him the truth though. On the spur of a moment, I gestured towards Levi. Lean down, please. You're too tall. Too tall for what? Levi gives me a puzzled look but compiles with my request. Oh, for all the Levi shippers. Oh, for all the Levi romancers. There you go, babes. I press up on my toes and kiss him on the cheek. Not as Celeste, but as Celine, because I genuinely feel grateful to him and don't know how else to express myself right now.
Celeste?
Levi blushes a deep red and gets flustered. Only when I lean back and smile at him do I realize I shouldn't be doing something so intimate to a man who loves the woman who once inhabited this body. I might be sending him the wrong message. Or are you?
I'm sorry. I just
Don't be sorry.
wanted to express my gratitude.
I let out a sigh.
You always do your best to protect me. Thank you, Levi.
You're welcome, but it's my job to take care of you.
I know you're not doing it just because it's your job.
Levi gives me a startled look. I turn around and start walking towards my room before he can reply. Oh, the character changes a little bit. Let's go, Levi. We need to rest. Training starts tomorrow. Okay, yo. Okay, but why were both of those scenes perfect for the people who's going to romance them, right? The people who are going to romance Levi are the ones that want that, like, maybe that unrequited love, that protection, that adoration, and that, like, the lean down surprise kiss. That's absolutely within that scope of that trope. Meanwhile, you have me and seemed like a few of us in the chat who were like, knife to the throat, harder, please. But anyway, it just fits. Which again, though, makes me very curious about Elijah, because his was sweet too. Do not get me wrong. The forehead was very, very sweet. Forehead moment was very, very sweet, but it feels like it still sways on that side of like the Levi cuteness thing. But I wonder if that's just a facade and I'm gonna get thrown into a random area of a romance. Ah! Oh, I love that. And I loved the voice acting. I love the voice acting. And I know earlier you said like the voice actors said that the writing was really good and it was easy to do these lines. The lines were delivered magnificently, but you can only do that if the writing sounds natural, which I think it did. To me, in Noah's part, it's the laugh, right? So I get very caught up on, this is what the writer has written, therefore, this is what I have to say. And they didn't. Noah's voice actor did it. There was only one ha. And he actually, like, laughed and, like, not stuttered, but, like, did what I usually do of, repeating words. While in the writing, it wasn't repeated. And I think that was really good. But I also think on the side of the writer, too, I think it was really good. I don't think you should change the game script. I think you should keep the game script as it is. Don't put in the repeats, don't put that in. And just let the voice acting have those moments, right? Have those moments where it actually sounds like a person speaking and adding that character to them. But the script, the lines are for people who, it's more of an accessibility thing, right? Like if someone can't, for any reason can't hear, deaf, hard of hearing, I don't know what else could be on the spectrum for that, but then they can read the script, and vice versa. Someone who can't read the script will get that experience of hearing it, but hearing what sounds like an actual person, not just a character, right? So I think everyone, I want to hear more. I feel like Levi and Elijah's voices were flipped in my head, but I'm not mad at the way that they are. I want to hear more of them, and I wonder if I will, because I'm not going to be pursuing their romances, but I want to hear other ways. I love the way that Levi stuttered too in his embarrassment and things like that. I love that. I think the writing was gorgeous. The only hiccups I had with reading was when my mouth was moving faster than my eyes, and that was my own fault, right? Otherwise, I felt that the writing was very clear, very succinct, but also very natural. And I think I think I've said this in other otomes as well, I don't like when there's like huge paragraphs in my otome readings. I do not. Whether that's because I stream otomes or just because it makes me feel like I'm reading a novel, when otomes are more, I mean, I guess you can't say visual novel, but I don't know. It's like, don't necessarily tell me everything about the environment. That's the nice thing about visual novels, right? Is you can show me the environment, therefore you don't need to tell me, right? And things like that. So for me, the art is gorgeous. I love the voice acting. I love the entire cast. I love the premise. I love the writing. I think this is I rate things on a 5 scale. This is a 5 out of 5 for me, just from the demo alone. Like, this is a very well put together demo. I am excited. Here's the thing. I'm not going to play the extended demo. I'm going to wait for this fucking game to come out, because I want Noah. I will not be satisfied. I will not be satisfied playing the common route and being like, you're right here, but I can't have you. But I'm really excited for this game. I am ecstatic for this game. Do we have, without putting pressure on you, do you have a release date for your extended demo, and a release date that you would like for the actual full game? Do you have those planned yet, or? Noah route is the first to do after the common route, and it will be released on Patreon. You guys, I'm gonna be joining a fucking Patreon so I can stream this game. Watch me! Watch! Monthly on Patreon, then the extended demo publicly in November, And then Noah Root on Patreon monthly. Ooh. I have not seen a game Patreon set up this way. The full game on Steam of Q3-4 of 2026. So, if y'all want to play the game, either join the Patreon or wait 2 years. And since I want Noah's Root, I might be joining the Patreon. I just want Noah's Root. That might just be for me, but since it's Patreon, I think I would feel bad streaming it, so guess you guys are just gonna have to wait till 2026 for me to play it, but I'm gonna play it on my own, so just wanna say. There's gonna be short stories with fan art on Patreon too. Oh, I love that. Oh, that's that. Okay, those are some really good creative ideas for a game Patreon. Also thinking about writing Saint of the Golden Bow? Yes! Would you make that a game, or would you, like, write the novel? I guess you could do a light novel. There is Reaper. Shut up. No, a novel. Oh, do it. Do it. Chat, join me. Do it. Do it. I'm going back in the chat just a little bit to see what some people are saying. I love this type of pairing too. Guard soldier ships are something that can be so good. Yep. Whoop. See you with the 5 biddies. Thank you, babe. I hope work is going well. There we go. I have 5 biddies for the Saintess of the Golden Bow Patreon. Ha! And writing down, Mudgy, hello! Enemies to lovers, noted. Josh interpreted my writing. Oh my, Josh is the, yes. Josh is the voice actor for Noah. Ah, but I love that. You could tell he's been around the block a few times, or they've been around the block a few times, that they were able to interpret your writing. I love it. I love it. I just realized something. Are biddies the equivalent of dollar bills? No. 1 biddy is like the equivalent of a penny. But look, beggars can't be choosers, so if you guys wanted to pretend that you're, I don't know, you want to throw pennies at me, I'm not picky. You want to throw single biddies at me, I'm not picky. Money is money, y'all. No, I'm just kidding. Celestia is an anime, actually? Oh, snap. Something went wrong. Let me see, let me see. I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna collab. Ooh. Okay, wait. There's like... Wait, is this the same? I'm looking at anime voiceover wiki. Classroom of the Elite? Reign of the Seven... Oh my god, she's really... Okay. The Apoth... No! Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Is she Sude in Apothecary Diaries? I love that character. Oh my god. Wow, so that's a range though. Kasude's voice is not necessarily that bright. I'm gonna have to go listen to that again. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I could go into voice acting research all night, but I probably shouldn't because it's almost 10 o'clock. The fact that I ended this on a good note, or on time, a good note, really says something. Yeah, One Piece, Witch from Mercury. Wait. Okay, no, I'm going back into that and looking at some more. Please don't throw. Hi, Frida, hello. Throw. Right? Yes, Andrea. Thank you for playing and enjoying Reaper. I'm really happy you guys liked it. I loved this game. Once again, oh my god. Ads in progress, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna do this outro anyway. Once again, this demo is on itch.io, however you want to say it. Again, if you want to get into otomes or playing otomes, I really recommend that site. Like, a lot of the games are pay what you want, or they put the free demos over there while they're making the game for Steam or whatever. Head over there, you can find a lot of good games, especially Otome Jam and Josei Jam, and all the game jams happen over there, and it's a great place to find these kinds of games. As is here, you can also just Google this and it'll show up on their itch.io page. You can join the Patreon to see what they've got coming up. As we got told in the chat, they have some really cool ideas, releasing things monthly, which I think is really exciting and a pretty good, like, not pretty good, it's a creative way to, like, get funding for a game, but actually giving something in the process. And I know it's not going to be easy. So the fact that they're like, this is what we're going to do, I'm more power to y'all. But if you guys enjoyed me playing that, or playing this, wow, now I can't talk. If you guys over on YouTube enjoyed watching me play this demo, leave a comment down below. Who are you feeling? When the game comes out, who would you romance? Noah the Prince, Levi the Guard, or Elijah the High Priest? Which one suits your fancy is basically what I'm asking. Yeah, comment that below, maybe leave a like, maybe subscribe if you're not. If you're not subscribed to me and you're watching me for otome content, I don't know why you're not subscribed to me, because literally this is maybe like a third of my content at this point, so I'm just gonna throw that out there. But once again, thank you to Transparent Games for reaching out and letting me play this wonderful demo. I'm really excited for the full game release. And with that, YouTube, I hope that you have a great day, night, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.